Let's see. So last week was a big event or whatever where you somehow found this lost city of fallen into the life spring millennia ago that you... Okay, holding on.
All right. Oh, my desk is such a mess. And we've got some kind of technical problem already. And yay, my pizza's here. Pizza is always good. Just trying to reorganize to give me enough room. Get in there, desk drawer. Tray. Let me make sure that that is alright. Didn't print out a new character sheet even though I wanted to. So make sure that nope, all that needs to change because we went up to 8. Hang on just a minute.
Okay, this is just the recap, so I'm just going to go on anyway. So you found, by some odd happenstance, you found this forbidden city and stuff, and, or not forbidden, rather, forgotten city that was from a millennia ago in a vision that you were part of a long time ago. And then you kind of discovered the importance or whatever of some of the things that have been discussed previously and researched. And you met, basically, he's like the magistrate or whatever, and he was kind of leading you about. And I think we officially left off, where did we leave off? Where you guys were like doing, I don't know, finishing something up just around the city.
I think we were talking to the guy about the history and, you know, what's been going on and stuff. I think.
All right. Okay. Yeah, let's start tonight out by saying that you guys are, out and about. We'll say that Cease's character is holed up in a library, and no one ever sees her because she's holed up in a library.
You're holed up in a library.
And you guys are just kind of exploring the city right now.
Sat in the library.
So take it away.
Yeah, pretty much. She's fine. She was laying down. I know. Go lay down.
Was there anything of note or interest that you guys had or wanted to see around there?
I don't remember anything particularly that I had wanted to check out. I know we were trying to figure out what we could do to find this thing, or what the next step would be, if it was somewhere in the city or not.
Yeah, I know, that's the whole reason I muted in the first place. I could hear you from downstairs.
Well, I know Shakira was researching that option in the archives or whatever. Was there any other place that in the city that you guys thought would be of help?
I don't have a clue what's going on.
I don't know, I'd say maybe we should explore the area outside the city some, but I don't know if anybody else has any other ideas.
Don't look at me, I made the portal work.
So find the magical answer. Haha.
Okay. I mean, when you say you want to go explore outside the city, do you mean like where you came in, or I mean, from what you can tell, just at first glance, a lot of the borders of the city, or the water dome or whatever protective thing that's holding you in, there isn't a huge amount of space outside of the walls on all sides.
Oh, can we actually see the walls from the area we came in? Like from within the city, can we see like how far it extends out, basically?
Hey, it actually looks like pizza.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in that regard, you can kind of tell that there's a concavity to the dome you're in. Think of it in terms of like the huge dome that surrounded Springfield in the Simpsons movie kind of deal.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking it was bigger.
Well, I mean, it is a pretty big city. I mean, you can't actually visibly see the end of it, like from one side.
I meant like, I was thinking that there was more outside of the city, like there was... I don't know how to explain, but I just imagined bigger.
I don't care about that.
Okay.
It's just distracting me.
I mean, and by small amount, I mean like there might be an acre or two, like on the edges of each or whatever. Okay. So if you weren't going to go anywhere specific, we'll say that the magistrate, Felix, I think his name was, walks up to you guys and says, so have you found any new leads on what you were searching for?
I'm guessing that's a no. No leads.
Okay, well, this may be a bit of a stretch. I know before you had mentioned that some kind of spirit thing appeared to you when you had, assuming you, time. I think you guys were searching for more information still on, like, the creation guy, or, the creator, or how to stop the evil queen lady, etc.
Yep.
Okay. I know you guys had mentioned when you had encountered that shade or whatever, that you had encountered or come across kind of a spirit type of thing. So if you guys wanted a really out there alternate method, we could go and see the city's shaman, if that was of any interest.
At this point, we need to try something.
I agree.
Okay, we'll say it's, morning and stuff. So usually in the morning you can find him by the north side of town. It'll take you a little while to get there, but hopefully just tell him why you've come and explain who you are, what experiences you've encountered, and what knowledge you have thus far, and hopefully he'll be able to help you at that point. That's the best lead I have for you.
All right, let's go see the guy then.
Okay, so as you're traveling, the light source you normally get is, from the sun shining down through the water and into your dome, kind of like a, an ambient kind of ordeal. And as you are coming through the main part of the city towards the north, the light source starts to get really dim, and it starts to heat up a little bit, rather than cool around you, and there's a lot of fog coming in to the point of where it's obstructing your vision.
It seems odd.
So right now, about all you can see in front of you is, a little bit past your hand if you hold it out.
Endus, are you the one who usually casts spells in our group, or is it Sankus? I don't remember.
I do cast spells, but I'm a sorcerer, so it's flashy, bangy stuff.
Well, I wouldn't know that, so I look at you and go, hey, can you, make it more seeable here?
I'm gonna frown to myself for a second, and then I'm gonna toss an explosive pyre out into the fog.
The pyre goes out beyond your vision. Some of the fog is kind of evaporated and such, but then more fog just takes its place as the temperature rises a little bit more.
I'm gonna beam at Arlie and say, apparently no!
You cut off apparently what?
Apparently no, I can't.
Well, considering we're in a
Okay.
bubble of water, fire probably isn't going to get rid of this, because this is probably some sort of water vapor, since it did get warmer.
Okay, can you fix it?
I yell at people and bash things with a pole arm.
Oh. I like Radix's comment.
Sank, sorry, you actually trying to talk, or are you just holding down on your push to talk button?
Oh,
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
yay!
Now we can. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, is it just fog that's making it difficult to see?
As far as you can tell, yes. Yes.
Okay, one sec.
Oh, kind of snuck up on me.
Well, I can try to summon some wind and see if I can push the fog out, away from here.
Sounds
Is
like a
that like
plan.
Is that like a ritual, or just one of your
Yeah,
spells or
it's
something?
the summon winds ritual.
How long does it take exactly? Like,
It takes 10 minutes to cast, and it just says you conjure a stiff breeze and direct it.
you can, try it if you want. I might actually dissuade you from doing it, mostly because, you are in like water. There's only so many places that vapor can go or whatever. But, that's one more alternative you guys have, so it's up to you. So, the fog is just obstructing your view, and you're still in the middle of the city trying to get to the north side.
Well, should I try it, guys?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not the brightest though.
Well, I'm not helping much myself here, so we can may as well try something.
Alright, we'll fast forward and say you've been focusing and chanting or whatever you needed to do to cast
it's
that.
10-minute casting time.
Right. And when does pick up, what direction were you going to point it? Or is it focused, does it start from you, or does it, how does that work exactly?
Good question. I guess you can pick the direction that it heads. It's not from you. It's just like,
Oh, like a general breeze kind of?
yeah, like a general breeze.
Okay, so how are you going to direct it?
Well, which direction were we going to head in?
According to the magistrate, the shaman around this time of the day usually hangs out around the north edge of town.
I'll make the wind go east then. Should get the fog out of the way without pushing it into us or into him.
All right. It does seem to be, you know, going away, and you do have better visibility than you once did, but it's still as if the fog is still forming, you know, on the other side, like in the west or whatever. So it's not going to go away completely. But it is helping your visibility. You can probably see half a block.
So we continue on intrepidly.
Yeah, after, you know, encountering a few hiccups, you know, whatever, buildings, side streets, needing to follow and change your path a little bit, you get to, I guess we'll call it like the cemetery. It's kind of like a mortuarium. Is that like the correct word? Am I saying that right? Mortuary? Mortuary?
Mortuary's right, probably, I think.
Okay. And a lot of that is kind of, you know, underground and stuff, and there is like the mausoleum, like a large mausoleum standing in front of you. It's a pretty large stone, intricate stone carved building with carvings of really kind of warped faces and stuff into the doors and columns and stuff.
Like how warped?
It looks like, if you've ever seen, what is that movie called, like The Haunting or something, it looks like just a bunch of faces that are screaming, trying to like escape the stone, like it was carved like that.
Oh, well, this looks promising then.
And at this point, you don't see any people.
Okay, leader, what next? And kind of poke Hoorah in the ribs. Go, hey.
Strange fog. Randomly warmed up. Freaky looking stone thing. Nobody around. I'm open to input.
Maybe whoever it is hiding because they're not sure if we're friendly or not.
So what are you guys gonna do?
I start walking up, holding my hands in the hair, going, "We mean no harm, we are peaceful," over and over.
Are you walking up to the building doing this?
Yeah.
Okay, how far up to it are you going exactly, like to the doors?
If nothing stops me, I'll keep going right up to the doors.
Okay, you get no response once as you go and you reach the door.
I'll come up and jiggle the handle, see if it's unlocked.
The door is unlocked, yeah.
Well, guys, door's unlocked. What do you think about letting ourselves in?
After you, leader.
I open the door and walk in.
Okay, as you open the door, it's, a metal door, and as it makes, the creepy creaking sound, because it's really heavy and old and such. And as you walk in, it's really much nicer on the inside. It's very ornate and lots of various religious symbols and passages everywhere, protecting wards, etc. And many columns, and there's a long aisle going forward, and at the end of it, you can kind of tell there's a humanoid shape sitting in front of kind of a shrine with lots of incense, like fire burning bowls and stuff.
I'd take my great spear and tap it off the ground a couple of times just to kind of make the person aware that there is company.
I'm not sure if he heard you or just doesn't intend on, noticing you, but he gives you no recognition.
When he doesn't react, I look past Horua and go, "Oi, you over there, are you the shaman?" And I yell at him. Because that always works well.
Right? And at this point, the figure at the end of the hall stands up and he kind of makes his way towards you. And after a time, you see it's just kind of an old guy. Says, "Who are you, and why are you disturbing this place?"
I'm Lily, and we're looking for the source of life. Can you help us, sir? Woo!
The source of life. Lily, that's a bit vague. Do you think any of you can elaborate, please?
I kind of looked at him confused because I thought I was very clear and direct.
Big, nasty, evil, her, stampa, stampa. Bad things outside, going to eat the world. We came here because there's some magic thingamawhatsit that's supposed to be able to save it.
Magic waters!
Okay. Are there any more details exactly? the more I have to work with, the more I may be able to help.
I sit back and explain to him everything we've gone through from captivity till now.
Okay, short and abridged. Okay. So as you're explaining your toils and tribulations, he is nodding, kind of noting things here and there, and he once you finish, he's okay. I do know of what you speak. Some in this world know it kind of as the Great Water Spirit, not to be confused with, say, a water elemental that's not exactly similar. But the last time I think anyone here has seen such an event or creature was when this city was submerged to this place. There are rituals to try to speak to the dead and speak to the spirits and such. Was that what you had in mind exactly, to try to reach it that way?
You better hope not, because if it's dead, I think we're fucked.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with this. There was a statue depicting the great event that brought us here, and it has fallen over time. We can go there, and I can set up a ritual to see what information I might be able to find.
Okay.
Okay. So at this point, he, walks slowly with his walking stick / staff or whatever, and he takes you to this. I guess if you guys remember in WoW that in Dalaran, when you finally killed the Lich King, when they erupted that statue or whatever, with whatever race killed, whatever faction killed him first, in the middle, kind of like that, in the middle of a large square-like area.
Okay.
And there are, I don't want to say rubble, but there are large pieces scattered about the square.
She just walked over and stuck her face in the air conditioner.
How large?
I was gonna say, are they like 3-ton blocks, or are they pieces we can pick up?
I would say they are pieces you could pick up. I would say that, just for making this work sake, we'll say that they're a quarter of the size of a person, but they are liftable. And there is, you can tell where stuff is already kind of been, not necessarily like spread out, but some people have just moved it to clear the streetways and the paths around there. But there is, you can tell where the statue once was. And at that point, you can see, well, actually, hold on.
Yay, map drawing.
Okay. Okay. You are on the mini map at all. That's basically, you know, what you kind of see right now, and there are pieces scattered about. And actually, I'll go ahead and just put those about. So hold on.
I'm gonna clap my hands and then start walking around looking at the various chunks of rock all over the place, trying to figure out if I can see any patterns. See which pieces can fit together.
Okay. So I mean, you guys can arrange yourself wherever you want to on there. Endis, you do see. Well, give me a perception check. All right, at first glance, you don't see any pattern. You just kind of think they are, you know, rocks that have kind of fallen off and probably can't be fixed. I mean, you can try again if you want, or you can take 10. It doesn't really matter.
Oh god, stop moving all the shit. Really?
Or someone else can attempt to
Layers.
see a pattern or something.
I'm gonna try and figure it out again. I figure this has to look like something I recognize. I have studied history. I know some statuary and such. It's gonna be something.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you can give a history check if you want, or whatever. I mean, it doesn't just have to be Endis. Any of you can chime in and see if you recognize what the statue could be, if there's magic to it, etc., etc. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. The statue, from what you recall from your noble upbringing and your history, and you kind of know this from your military training of once great, you know, travesties in military that took place, that this was a statue of a once great god who is now forgotten to most historians. You're not even quite sure what the name is. And Arlie, you notice that the piece that you're standing by looks like it could fit together with the one that is over where Z is standing.
I hate Google Docs.
So what are you guys going to do with this information?
I'll mention what I think it's supposed to look like based on what I remember.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. And what you do know is that it is kind of ends up looking kind of like a really thin kind of water elemental, I guess. Okay, what are you guys going to do with your information that you come up with outside of, Enda saying that this is what it should look like? Am I still coming through okay?
Yeah, you're coming through fine. Everybody's quiet for some reason.
I was on the wrong computer trying to talk. So I said that I was going to try and bring number 6 over to 7 and put them together, and I can't click on the numbers to move them, but it wasn't working. But yeah, I want to try and put the statue back together. So I start wandering around gathering all the pieces together.
Okay, are you going to just, kind of bring all the pieces over by you? Is that where you are right now? Or are you going to do it over by the base of the statue?
Over by the base of the statue seems to make the most sense.
I'll pipe up and comment that we should probably try and attach them to the statue if we can. If this thing's gonna do anything, it'll have to be all together in one spot.
Okay. So we'll assume that Arlie, or you guys are gathering all those over there. Okay, so, the pieces are gathered and such, and, so,
That was scary.
sorry, there are people walking by outside and the dogs don't like that.
Ah.
Okay, so, no, the younger dog, he doesn't bark like a normal dog. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Anyway, which piece are you going to check to see is the first piece that goes in?
Number 5.
Number 5 is not the first piece that goes there.
Time for the little man to start smacking rocks again.
Okay, yeah, number 5 is not the first piece.
Number 7.
Is not the first piece.
4.
No.
2.
No.
I want to be just absolutely weird about this and say number 1.
Yes.
Jeez, what a spoil sport.
Okay, oh god.
You broke it.
Sorry. Oh. Actually, hold on. Okay, when you add the first one there, a water elemental pops up.
Does he seem
Roll
friendly?
initiative.
Damn.
Don't forget you get +2 from me. Wait, that is still a +8, right? Check my sheet. Oh shit, it's a +10. Where is my... I minimized it so it's way over there. I need to reprint this sheet.
Alright, one sec.
I've got so many... I didn't realize you were watching something.
Okay. Top of the round, we are going with Syl.
What's my speed? 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. Put me there. I'm gonna make a short move to there and go to whack it with a great spear.
Okay.
Uh, 23 versus Will.
That will hit.
All of 9 damage.
Okey-doke. Sankus. You're not even on the map yet.
Now I'm on the map.
Okay.
So what are all these things? I thought there was a water elemental. Are they all water elementals, or?
No, the blue thing is the water elemental. The green things are the pieces of the statue.
Oh, okay.
No piece selectable. Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast, lightning on the square below number 5. And it should hit everything except for 6, 2, and 4, I guess.
You're gonna blow up the statue pieces?
Well, what are we trying to accomplish here? I must have missed something because I have no idea what's going on.
We were trying
Okay,
to rebuild the statue, and we put the first block on that pedestal. The water elemental appeared.
Oh. I'm just going to defer my action then, since I have no idea why we're in initiative, honestly.
The water elemental popped up whenever the first statue piece came on.
And, I mean, does it look hostile, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
So I mean, you can defer if you want to still, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to defer, because if people are going to move near the water elemental, then I might want to get them in a buff. So I'll just defer for now.
Okay. Okay. It is the monster's turn. The water elemental.
Oh, goody.
He's going to move up to Syl. And swing his water arm at him. Oh wow. So I'm going to assume that a 16 versus your reflex will not hit.
No, it will not.
Okay, he swings at you, and I mean, you easily. I'll let you say it. Duck.
I duck.
Okay, yes, he's slow and stuff. And Arlie.
I'm going to move over there. Rawr. And I'm going to use my Wild Blood Frenzy to attack him.
Okay, what
Which
does
is
that do?
versus AC. It's just a strong attack. Oh wait, 2 powerful attacks.
Okay.
Roll the natural 1 on the first one.
Okay, then you very much miss.
I had to roll the natural 20 on the second one.
All right, that is a critical hit.
That is... Sorry, I had to remember what kind of damage I did. It's been a while.
Yeah.
$19 points of damage. Wait, is it... How do criticals work in this?
You do maximum damage.
Oh, so 20
And
points of
your
Cat.
and your weapon will usually have like a plus X amount of like 1d6 or something for critical damage. Which you do have to roll. So like whatever your axe normally would do for damage, like the whatever, like 1d8 or 1d10 plus whatever, that's maximized. Then your
Okay.
axe, since I think it's a +1, will have like does extra 1d6 damage, which you have to roll that.
I had never made a note of that.
Yeah, the base magic weapon does have the enhancement is, you know, whatever your enhancement actually is. So in this case, it's the +1 gets added to attack rolls and damage rolls, and critical gets +1d6 per plus. So it's +1d6
that's nice.
because it's a +1 weapon.
Okay, so I just roll an extra d6.
Okay, what's the total amount? Sorry.
Weapon damage itself is 19. And then you were saying I roll an extra 1d6?
Correct.
So another 4. So 23 total.
Okey-doke. Okay, Endus.
I'm gonna charge up a nice little ball of acid and lob it at the thing and see what happens.
Okey-doke.
$29 to reflex.
That will hit.
And 18 damage.
Alright, the water elemental kind of dissolves. and dissolves into a little puddle.
Into a little what?
Puddle, like, you know, water
puddle.
puddle.
Yep, just missed the last word.
Okay.
So I wonder if that's going to happen every time we get a thing on the right spot.
Oh, it's probably gonna get worse before it gets better.
Next time might be 2 elementals.
I say we stick a whole bunch on there really quick, and then see what happens.
Well, we each could grab one piece and try to put them all together at the same time.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Let's do it.
These shoes are $300. Let's get them. That's all it reminded me of when you said that.
I'm running around and grabbing number 2 and trying to put it in place.
I go grab
Okay.
3.
I don't even know if that's the right order. I'm just grabbing it and throwing it on.
Me too.
Number 2 is the next one. Followed by number 3 is what Arlie was putting on.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do number 4.
Okay.
Come on, Sil, do
So-
one too.
Were you gonna add one, Sil?
I will sit back and watch.
How reasonable.
Alright, hold on.
Spawn all the things.
This one's called Ikiode.
Why is this not copying like I want?
It's copying not what you want to copy.
Yes. So, I'm working on it. Crap.
It's gonna get interesting.
Okay. So, just to make it simple, we'll stay in the initiative we were. Unless you guys wanted to redo it.
That's fine with me. That's what, 5 of them?
6 of
6?
them?
Yeah. I only have an 8 int. Choo-choo.
So, yeah, Sil, you're first. You can do what you want.
I will just go ahead and smack the one that's 2 to the right of me.
Okay.
Maybe. 17 to will.
Does not hit. He opens up a hole in his stomach as you try to stab him, and your spear just goes through.
I will swear a lot and end my turn.
Okay, Sankus.
I can't really get to number 5 from here easily. So, well, I'll just defer because maybe people will move into better range.
Okay. Alright, this is going to be interesting. So, the one by Lily is going to swing at Lily with his great big fist of water. Arlie, does a 19 hit your reflex?
Yep.
Okay. He hits you in the face with a fistful of water, doing 4 damage plus 10 ongoing save ends.
So right this second I take 4, and then on my turn I take 10 again?
Correct.
Alright.
Okay, the one just below you is going to run up to you. And try to hit you with his great big fist. Does a 17 to your reflex hit? Alright.
Yep.
17 does hit?
Yeah.
Okay. He hits you with his great big fist of water for 9 damage, and the ongoing effects don't stack, so you still have the 10 ongoing.
Okay.
Endus, what square are you actually in?
There.
Okay, number 3 is going to go up to you. And hit you with his great big water fist. Does a 31 hit your reflex?
31.
Yeah.
He punches you for 11 damage plus 10 ongoing save ends. Number 4 is going up to the closest thing, which happens to be Arlie, and hit her with a great big fist. Crap. Nat 1, so you're fortunate there. Number 5 is going up to the elf for Eladrin and going to punch him in his little spear face. So, does a 24 hit your reflex?
Yes, it does.
He punches you for 6 damage, plus 10 ongoing, save ends. And number 6 is going to come up and punch you too. Shit. Does a 17 hit your reflex?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, he completely whiffs. Arlie, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use my Font of Life to make the save at the beginning of my turn.
Cool.
It was reflex, right?
No, a save for you just means you have to roll a d20, and if you get 10 or above, you save.
Right. Okay. I forgot that was how it happens.
Yeah, 40 is weird in that regard.
Alright, I got rolled a 15 for that.
Okay, you save, so you do not take the 10 damage.
Yay!
Okay, what else are you gonna do?
Have any of the guys around me taken damage?
None of the monsters have taken any damage yet.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna use Weight of Earth. Oh, let's go with number 1. And if it's successful, it'll slow him. It's versus AC.
Okay, alright.
I rolled a natural 1. Yay me!
He opens up his body in half as your axe kind of flies through it, and then he puts himself back together.
That's cheating! And I mark all 3 of them.
Okay, cool. Endus.
I don't like being where I am, so I'm going to use my lightning shift to shift my speed.
Okay.
Just sort of zap over here in a flurry of sparks, and then I'm going to erupt into flames with my flame spiral attack, hitting all 3 of the guys around Lily.
Remind me, is that a close burst 3 or 2 or?
Close burst 2.
Okay, so you hit 1, 2, and 4.
Right.
Okay. So go ahead and roll it.
.23 against reflex.
That will hit them all.
For 13 damage each. And anything that comes next to me gets hit for 1d6 damage.
1d6, you said? You're gonna have to remind me of that. You always do.
And that was an even roll, so I don't get a free saving throw, so I just get to make one at the end of my turn.
Yeah, you just make the one at the end of your turn. So you would make one now. And you save. So did you take the 10 at the beginning of your turn?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. And now Sankus. Since you
Okay,
delayed your turn.
if I move over 6, can I pick it up as a free action, or do I need to stop and pick it up?
It would take your standard action. It would be a grab action. Or no, I'm sorry. Sorry, I thought you meant like go over to number 6, the water elemental.
No, I mean the statue piece.
The statue piece. Yeah, we'll say that's your standard action. If you wanted to like go place number 6, which number 6 actually isn't the next one to go in.
What I wanted to do was like pick it up so that I can place it later. But if it takes a standard action, I don't want to waste a standard action on that right now.
Yeah, it's a standard action.
Okay.
Because it's
Never mind.
effectively going to be picking something up and moving it or grabbing it.
Yeah. So never mind.
Ow.
I'm gonna move over here, and so that's hits 1, 2, and 4 water elementals. If it hits them, I mean.
All right. Okay, that's centered on Arlie. Let's see.
Yeah.
That will hit that.
Okay. Great.
Not right now.
So they all get hit for 12 damage, and Arlie, Andis, and myself get +5 to attack rolls until the end of my next turn. And 1, 2, and 4 are vulnerable 5 to damage.
Cool.
I'm also done.
Okay. Syl, top of the round. Up to you.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start by taking a little 5-foot step backward.
Okay.
For my minor, I'm gonna use Adaptive Stratagem, and Endis now has his choice until the end of my next turn. He can either have +4 damage or +1 on saving throws.
Is that
I'll
like
take
a
the damage.
utility thing?
Yeah, it's an encounter.
Okay, I was just curious. I'd never heard it before.
Alright, so he's taking the +4 damage, and I'm going to go ahead and let him have an attack.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna chuck a ball of acid at number 3 then, because that bastard hit me.
Alright.
29 against reflex.
Oh, that'll hit.
For 19 more damage.
Alrighty. Okay. Syl, is that your turn?
Yeah, he keeps that bonus until the end of my next turn, and I failed my save.
Okay. Alright. Assuming you took the 10, that leads us next to Senkus.
I'm gonna call down lightning on 1, 2, and 4.
That'll hit Sankus.
That's a first. I dropped a bunch of frames.
Also, I'll shift number 2 over there.
Okay, well, 1, 2, and 4 drop into puddles. They kind of evaporate once you zap them with lightning.
I guess it doesn't matter if I shift them then. Also, I'll use my move action.
Okay.
I'm done.
Cool. Alright, now it's time for some monster turns. Number 3 is going to go up to the little crazy looking sorcerer. And try to punch him in his face. Endus, does a 19 hit your reflex?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. He kind of whiffs or something. Number 5, Elemental is going to go up to Syl and swing his fist. 28 to reflex, Syl.
Yeah, that's a hit.
For min damage, the 2 damage, and you still have the 10. Number 6 is going to go up and do the same thing. And she's 31, hit your reflex.
Yep.
Jeez. Is this serious again? Min damage, 2 damage. I'm getting high on attack rolls and jack shit for damage rolls. Okay. Arlie.
Alrighty. Let me count real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna move over there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use an ability. A cool ability.
What does it do?
I don't know, I haven't decided which one yet. I'll Earth Hammer it again. One of them.
Okay, which one?
Number 5. Or has number 6 taken damage? Or both equally?
Neither of them have taken damage.
Alright, so number 5 it is then.
Okay.
Guessing 10 versus AC doesn't hit?
It does not.
Alright, then I marked both of those two, and that's it for me.
Cool. Okay. Endus.
I don't like being stuck way the heck out there with a water elemental to poke me in the face, so I'm going to turn into another storm of sparks, and I'm going to rip across the battlefield right through all 3 of them. Sort of showing the path that I'm taking. I can move 8 squares doing that.
Okay. Is your lightning spark is at will, right?
No, this is a spark form, which is out of arcane power.
Okay. Is it an ability or something?
It's an encounter attack.
Okay. I mean, you still have to like roll for damage and stuff, or like attacking them, right?
Before the attack, you shift your speed +2, so that was 8 squares because my speed is 6.
Okay.
You can move through occupied squares during the shift as long as you end in an unoccupied square, which I have, and then each creature whose space I moved through, which is all 3 of them, takes damage after I do the attack.
Cool.
So 18 against reflex.
That'll hit.
And they each take 19 damage.
Okay. Okay. Top of the round. So.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with another lovely 5-foot step.
Okay.
And I'm gonna spend a minute to try to recenter myself here and heal myself.
Okay, your minor action, you're going to use your heal.
So I'm at 27. Plus, 14 plus 8, 22, and 4 is 26. 53. And that puts me almost back at full, and for my standard, I'm actually going to go ahead and let Endus do another attack.
Alright.
Okay, the number 3 is really pissing me off, so he's getting another acid orb to the face.
Okay.
.26 against reflex.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Who was it who was giving me the +4, and when was that until?
That's me until the end of this turn.
It's another 16 damage on number 3 then.
Alright, number 3 melts into a puddle.
I failed my save again, and I'm done.
Jeez, okay. Sangus.
Okay, I call down lightning in a burst on 5 and 6.
Okay. And that'll hit them both. Alright, they both kind of evaporate into nothingness.
Yay! Alright, so this time we have 5 pieces left and there's only 4 of us. So one of us is going to need to do 2 pieces really quickly.
We should probably take a few minutes just to stitch up our wounds and crap before we do all that. There's no massive rush right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and encounter powers kind of refresh after like 5 to 10 minutes, whatever. So when we're doing this, I'm actually going to go refill my wine, so hold on.
Sounds like a good plan. I'll be right back.
And apparently I need intermission music.
Okay, I'm back.
Of course.
Yeah, so on ongoing effects, you're supposed to, they effectively do go on and on, but basically it would just mean that you would have to keep rolling saving throws every, like each round, so like every 6 seconds you can roll a saving throw. And yeah, you can like, people can help you with that, like Saint said. And so during this downtime, you know, my recommendation, you know, use your healing surges if you've got them, if you need them, instead of whatever.
How big are the statue pieces?
As I kind of explained to Endis, they are just in the respect for this game and being able to like each person lift it without like strength checks and dumb bullshit that just makes it drag. They're about a quarter the size of a person, so to speak. Like for you in particular, it'd probably be about half your size, but you know, I don't really care at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rule, and as for or anyone else really, for healing surges, is that you can only use them out of combat, and you are only allotted, you know, your amount per day. But you can only use them if they're given in combat.
Okay, I'm back. Crap, I forgot my drink. Be right back. Alright, I'm back for real.
Okay, you guys are good to go.
I am.
Okay. So yeah, are you going to continue adding pieces, and if so, which ones?
Do you guys want to try and do all of them at once?
It seemed to get a little hairier. Maybe we can just try one to start out with and see how bad it gets.
Well, we did one. How about two?
Or we can do 3.
We did 3 last time. Could do 4.
Or even all 5.
That's what my idea was.
I'm kind of in favor of doing. I'm kind of in favor of doing 5, but it could be either really good or really bad.
Well, I'm also kind of wondering why the elementals water thingies seem to want to stop us from doing this, but meh.
Alright, so what are you guys gonna do? And Endus, your thing is all fucked up.
Your dot is all crazy.
I'm gonna slap number 5 on. You guys can figure out what you're doing.
I'm going to follow you with 6.
I'll do 7.
Sankus, were you doing number 8?
I'll do 8.
Anybody grabbing number 9 before something catastrophic happens?
Well, you can't do 9 yet, because water elementals are spawning.
Yeah.
And you'll have to do that once, shit, actually is up on the board. So, let's see, there's 7 right now. Still, I need you to make 15 more. And I'm not kidding.
Oh, only 22. Okay.
That's no big deal.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hey, did we heal at all during that 5 minutes, or does that happen automatically, or no?
You spend healing surges during that time. So, I mean, like, when I described, and I wasn't sure if you were quite back yet, healing surges can be used freely out of combat. They can only be used in combat via second wind, or if someone can grant them to you.
2, 4, 6,
Okay.
8, 10, 12. God damn it. $13, 14, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's your 15. I'm not numbering them.
Have you on map duty now?
Yeah. We just put 4 more of the pieces on and had 22 of them spawn.
That's a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's...
I'd like to repeat, this is my fuck you to you guys saying, oh, you only throw single target stuff. It's way too easy.
I never said that.
I mean, single target stuff all the time isn't good, but neither is like a billion targets.
I know.
It's gonna take you like 2 hours to do their turn.
I know. Alright, it looks like they're all basically numbered and shit, so it's fine.
Right.
Alright, top of the round is Syl.
Is curling into a ball and crying a valid action?
It's not
we'll
a
call that a
valid
minor-
action for a leader.
We'll call that a minor action.
Well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to... point at Endus and let him blow something up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Well, I guess I'll zap number 7 because it's right next to me.
40,
Okay.
22.
This is your chance to do big area stuffs with nobody in the middle. God.
I have a ranged basic attack. I can't ranged basic attack with AoEs.
God.
.22 for reflex against that one.
That'll hit.
And max damage, 20.
Alright, number 7 died. Alright, so is that your turn?
I also moved, but yes.
Okay. Sankus, your turn.
These things aren't even really in squares, so can we move them into squares?
Yeah, just move them into the closest ones, yeah.
Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 18, 20, 22, which means...
Okay, that looks better.
18, 21, yeah.
That's on G, J, and L, and I'm going to call lightning down on them.
Okay. That'll hit them both. And it's going to kill them no matter what. I mean, those are single target attacks and they have 1 health.
Oh, okay. Then
What does that look like?
they're dead, I guess.
Yeah, they're minions.
Flower. Poinsettia, I would guess.
My plan is to
Okay.
do that on the
Oh god.
door.
I was not anticipating this, but this is
You
very
were
well
not
made.
anticipating us to be like, roar, do it all. Do it all.
Hold on, I'm going to use an action point as well.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, I forgot this existed again. Gotta write a note to myself.
It's kind of important. I'm trying to see if there's a burst anywhere where I can hit more than 3. A burst 1, that is. Doesn't look like it.
The first one is literally the same thing as
Yeah.
oh god, the burst 1 is stupid. Or no, I'm sorry, burst 1 is just a square, a 3x3 square.
Yeah. I don't see any spot where there's more than 3 in a...
Yeah, I think 3 is the best you'll get with that.
Alright, I'll hit
Let's see.
4. I'll hit 2, 3, and 4 then.
That does not hit.
Oh wait, do I get a bonus for using an action point? Somebody has a feat or something?
Yeah, still does.
Yeah, you get... +4.
So does 13 hit? Oops.
God, what? What did you say? All I heard was, you know, a lot of sound all at once, destroying my ears.
Yeah, sorry. So does 17 hit?
Yeah. Which ones did you hit again?
2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, they go away. Don't delete those.
I'm done also.
Okay. Let's see how this turns out. Jesus. Hold on, what's their speed? Oh. I'm just gonna do this all in mass, so hold on. Okay. Let's start from right to left. All right, so we'll go with number 6. Sil, does
No.
27 hit your reflex?
I mean, yes.
Okay, you take 10 punchy to the face damage and 10 ongoing. Alright, E for 31 to reflex.
Yep.
Six punchy and the whatever ongoing does not stack. Endus, number 5, does a 28 hit your reflex?
28, you said?
Yes.
Then yes.
9 punching to the face with 10 ongoing. Sankus, number 9 for 27 to reflex.
Yeah, that hits.
3 water fist to the face and 10 ongoing. Shit. What?
Where is 3?
I said 9.
Oh. I'm going to use an immediate reaction when he hits me, and he'll take 5 radiant damage.
Okay, number 9 dies, then you can move in. Alright.
Wait, what's my
D
other...
is the 16 to reflex hit you?
No.
Okay. Arlie, N, as in Nebula, does 27 hit your reflex?
Yep.
9 damage, plus 10 ongoing. Alright, K. Does 20 hit your reflex?
Yep.
4 damage. The ongoing doesn't stack, and H is going to hit for or attack for shit. Does 18 hit your reflex?
Yep.
Oh, 11 damage.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay, that was neat. Next on initiative is Arlie.
Rawr. Alright, I'm going to go to the other side of N real quick. No, I'm not. I'm going to stay where I am. And I'm going to use my Wild Blood Frenzy to hit H.
Okay.
So it's versus AC.
Okie doke.
Is a 26 hit?
Yes.
Rawr. 13 points of damage on each.
Alright, it dies. You can go ahead and move it off.
Now, to double check to make sure I understand the movement, I can't break up my movement. Like, I can't take a 5-foot step, do the second attack I get with this attack, and then do a full move, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, what attack are you doing? Is it like just your double swing?
It's Wild Blood Frenzy. It allows me to make the attack one more time against the same target or a different one.
Alright, so according to the wording of the power, you have to use the attack immediately after, like, using it the first time, and then you can move.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna swing at N then. $19 hit him?
The AC?
Yep.
It does not. You swing and your axe goes through him. Oh my god, what are you doing?
I was trying to move me, but it didn't work.
You're warping the space-time continuum as well as your body.
I was noticing that. It won't go back.
Oh, Lord.
You're like one of those carnival mirrors right now.
I went back too much. Alright, so I didn't hit N. Is that what you were going to say?
Correct, yes.
Alright, and then I'm gonna move.
Are you doing a full move or just a shift?
A full move, I suppose? I moved 3 squares.
Okay. When you start your full move, K and N get an opportunity attack against you.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to save. Oh well.
Well, that's at the end of your turn, so your turn isn't done yet. So you can still save after I'm done.
Yeah, I have my thing that I could have saved at the beginning of my turn, but I forgot.
Oh,
so.
right, yeah. Opportunity attacks, let's see. Does, Jesus, 15 hit your AC?
My AC?
Yeah.
No.
And natural fucking one, of course, so you don't take damage. And you can save at the end of your turn if you want. But you still would have had to have taken the 10 damage or whatever.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to mark K, N, 1, and M, and I'll roll this. And I rolled a 5.
You do not save.
And I am now bloodied.
Okay. Do you want to use your action point, or do you want to end your turn?
I will end my turn there. We only have one action point, right?
Get another action point after this combat ends.
Oh.
Yeah, you do, because it's after two combat encounters, I think it is. You get a milestone, and it earns you another action point.
Yeah.
Oh. I did not know that. Could I use the action point to get a second chance at saving, or, like, what are the rules on those? I'm sorry.
I don't... Sanctus, you may have to back me up on this, but I think it only grants you the standard and not another save.
Yeah, that's correct, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I mean, if you wanted, you could use that standard action as an example to... I mean, it won't get you more damage by using your action point, i.e. it's not going to, like... You're not going to take that extra 10 damage from using an action point and getting another action. But you could use a second wind.
Mm-hmm.
I demand justice for Arlie. I can grant her another save.
You can?
With free action?
With demand justice.
I mean, if it's a free action, you can do that anytime you want, yeah.
It's an immediate interrupt.
An immediate interrupt has to be in regards
Yes, it's
to
an immediate
something
interrupt.
happening.
It's an immediate interrupt when she makes a saving throw.
Okay, then yeah, she hasn't done her action point yet, and you can do that right now.
I do that.
Okay,
Cool.
Arlie, you can make a second throw.
I rolled a 4.
You still don't save.
My rolls are really bad today. I rolled 120, and the rest are crap.
Dude, you may just try using the bot.
Alright, so I used my standard action. I moved. I haven't used a minor action, right?
Correct. If you have something to use a minor for.
Yep, I want to use my long tooth shifting, which gives me regeneration and a bonus to damage.
Cool. Okay. The regeneration doesn't pop until the beginning of your next turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. And like I said, you can action point if you want.
Yeah, that's
there are
all I
several
want to do
options
right
you can
now.
do with that. Okay. So are you going to end your turn and not AP?
Yep.
Okay. Endus, it is your turn now.
I'm going to reuse that spark form that I used last time, and I just worked it out that 8 squares will work out perfectly. go through number 5.
I think I know the path you're going through. NKB1M.
Yeah, and then popping out right next below Arlie there.
Yeah, I know exactly, yeah.
That's 26 on reflex on all of those.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
And 12 damage to each of them.
Alright, that killed all of them.
Oh, you killed them.
And I'm gonna... That was my standard action. I'm gonna use my move action to use my lightning shift. Or actually, I don't need to, I can just move.
Okay.
To there, and I'm gonna burn an action point, and I'm gonna burning spray the 3 that are next to Vidar there.
Okay.
Actually, I suppose it should be there and hitting it like that.
Okay. You said burning spray? You're at will.
Yeah, it's my at will. I'm trying to move that box again, but it's not moving.
It's fine.
$27 on reflex.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
And 13 damage on those 3.
Yeah, they die. Alright, is that the end of your turn, Hennis? Or did you need
Yeah,
to
that's
save?
all I can do. Alright, you know, I did need to save. Well, actually, what was my first attack roll? My first attack roll was odd, so I get a free save from that.
Okay.
That fails, so then I get my second save at
yeah.
the end of the round.
Yep.
Crap.
Yeah, bad luck. Okay. Okay, we're top of the round. We're at still.
Alright, I'll take my 10. I'll go ahead and, let me count here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, Arlie's just in range, so I'll go ahead and toss a heal to her. She gets Surge plus... Surge plus 10.
Cool beans?
And then I'm gonna smack number 6 in the face.
Alright.
17. 30 to will.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a minion or should I roll damage?
It's a minion.
And then I'm gonna action point to smack E in the face.
Okay.
31 to will.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that needs a heal yet? Or Arlie, how you sitting on health?
I think she just hit blooded before you. Like, so she should be a little over 3/4 or something.
I'll just end my turn then, since nobody answered.
Okay.
I was talking on the wrong one again. I
Ain't
say
it
I still
Arlen?
have 7 damage, that's it.
Okay.
And when I healed you, you actually get to make another save.
Oh,
Yeah, she should. So Arlie, make a save from that first time he healed you,
12.
because you have that'll save, and yeah, that's because of your mark of healing, right?
Yep. And I saved also.
Okay, cool.
If you're
that
talking,
brings-
I can't hear you.
Arlie,
Hello?
hi.
That was weird.
Test, test, test. Yes.
Yep. We're good now. Oh,
Oh, what?
7.
Don't leave me hanging.
It's 21 and 4 is 25 is 56.
I rolled a 12.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Okay. Yay.
Okay, yay. Sankus, I'll leave it to you to get the last two,
Okay.
or whatever.
Oh, I missed.
Yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
Yeah, I'm done. I missed.
Okay, yeah. It's the monster's turn. And they're going to go hit some people. Alright, C is going to hit at Sankus. Oh, jeez. Nat 20. So it's, yeah. It's going to be 19 damage. And Arlie does 31 hit your reflex?
Yeah, you like doubled it.
Okay. 11 damage, and both of you take the ongoing 10. Save ends. Alright, Arlie, you're up again.
I didn't take the 10 then, and I take it during my turn, right?
At the start of your turn, unless your Font of Life succeeds.
Yes. Okay.
So it's
So
your
that's
turn,
Font of
now you
Life.
Font of Life. Yes.
17!
You succeed.
Yay.
Alright, I'm gonna Weight of Earth at F.
Okay.
Math. 21 hit?
To what?
Oh, AC. I'm sorry.
Yes, that will hit.
Yay.
Alright, it's gonna die no matter what damage you do.
Okay. I rolled a 1 for damage.
And that would have killed it. Is that the end of your turn? Or are you going to move, or what?
Derbider. I'm moving
so
there.
To put it on, it takes a standard action. So she could burn an action point to do it.
I was
Oh,
joking.
really? Fine. I'm there and ready, though.
Oh, you guys, come on. Okay, Andis.
You know, I'm actually gonna just hit it in the head with my staff.
Good luck. Bonk.
AC
No,
14.
no, not at all. No.
Okay, that's it.
You're like the little nerd in the glasses trying to play baseball, and then you guys like, no, stop it. What are you doing? All right, top of the round is still.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and move up behind Endis and smack it over his right shoulder.
All right.
Uh, 17 to will.
That'll hit it.
Yay, we
And
win,
it goes away.
guys.
Yay! All right, were you guys gonna take the 5-minute rest or whatever?
I honestly would keep going, but I don't really care if we take a few minutes either.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, you guys get your action point again. So in the case of, say, like Arlie, and who else did not use one? An action point. Was it just Arlie that didn't use one? Okay, well, Arlie, you have 2 action points, but you can only use 1 per encounter.
Okay.
Until you take your next extended rest. Zanx, are you really just absolutely failing at all your saving throws?
Yeah, I gave up on the bot and used another dice roller, and I succeeded after another try, so I'm good now.
Okay, I mean, it doesn't matter either way. I'm just like, dude, you're taking a shit ton of damage if you're doing that. All right, so use your healing surges if you've got them, and whatever.
I have a lot of healing surges, thankfully.
Yeah, because you have a really high con score, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, you guys good and ready to go?
I am.
All right, so I'm gonna have the last one.
I put it on.
Okay. There are no water elementals. The seams between the statue seem to fuse. Yeah, no, you didn't miss anything. He said he was gonna meet you over there. He's around, I guess. Not fighting shit. He's just being a lazy old man. And yeah, we'll just say the old man is like chanting as the pieces of the statue are fusing, and the the blue fusion kind of stuff, bluish green, is kind of starting to spread throughout the statue. And as it gets to more of a full, like, completed statue, you kind of recognize that it's the same spirit-like thing that was urging you to touch the pool when you're fighting the shade or whatever. And when it completes, it steps off of the pedestal. It's kind of like looks, I guess, like a bluish greenish plasma, gooey water elemental kind of thing. And it steps off the pedestal, heads towards the old guy, and then he walks into the old guy, and he just kind of like evaporates into the old guy, the shaman. And the shaman stops, like, chanting or whatever, opens his eyes are the same color, like the bluish greenish whatever. He opens his mouth, you know, the same bluish greenish whatever, and he has like that puddle of water below him, and he says, "Thank you. I've been waiting for so long."
And this is where we find out we just unleashed a great evil onto the world.
Goddamn right. No, not quite that.
I just kind of mutter under my breath, well, that couldn't have been more of a pain in the ass.
Why did anybody else ever put the statue back together? It seems silly.
No, they probably would have been attacked by water elementals and killed.
Ah, we're fine.
Yes, but we're awesome.
It's a good point.
So the shaman guy is kind of just eyeing over you and says, I've seen you before, and you had encountered the shade that is she who slumbers. I've done all that I can within my power to help you until now. What is it that I can help further your path, your journey? Are you guys just standing there like dumbfounded or something?
I'm looking at him perplexed.
So, what now?
What now is that despite your best efforts, my time being encapsulated into what is essentially nothingness has not allowed me to gather the strength that I've needed to battle the growing evil that is her, that is death, that is destruction. She has had millennia to gather her strength, while I had been forced to lay dormant. So, being the bearer of bad news, the best that I can hope is that she still has further plans for you all to gather your strength and myself to gather strength. because if this battle that is to come was to happen now, we would surely lose.
So, how do you gather strength?
It may not necessarily be just me who needs to gather strength. You need to gather strength. You may need to gather more forces if you wanted to do, if you could do that. Because until we have overwhelming numbers, as well as, actually, you know what, I do have a possible alternative. Right now, I really only have enough available power to teleport you guys to another plane. In one of the crypts of the mausoleum, and that out of roleplay, the shaman or whatever will show you where it is, and or give it to you or whatever. There is a flask where you can gather essence of life, where you may travel. Where you decide to travel and go and gather that will be up to you.
And this kill the essence of life? How do you even do that? That doesn't make sense.
That's, well, I guess I was kind of explaining that poorly, but that was the idea, to be something different.
Okay.
Where would it be that you guys would want to help gather your strength?
Some place with a lot of yummy food and not a lot of, you know, slaves and badness and only goodness. That would be great.
Well, there was that font of life back where we came from originally.
The font of what?
All that magic life water crap. There's gotta be something that's powering that stuff up.
Yeah, it's the god.
So we should go to where the god is?
It's sitting right in front of us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it just, if we're popping to a different plane, is there a plane that we can head to that has a lot of this stuff that we can gather up? I have no idea how the plane...
I guess how I would attempt to explain, like, life essence would be, like, how do I want to say this? Like, whereas she who slumbers is destruction. She thrives and gains power off of death, destruction, like torment, etc. This is the opposite effect, where creation is a good thing, where Feywild is basically like where the elves and Eladrin originated, Endus, and then the elves came to the material plane when some bad shit happen, and that's why the Eldrin are fucking pissed at the elves. But yeah, basically, life essence or whatever is the opposite effect of death, destruction, torment, carnage. It's the idea of like, oh, and this is gonna sound super lame. It's like, oh, you planted a tree, congratulations. Oh, something is blooming, congratulations. Oh, birth happened, congratulations. Yada 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 yada.
Well, if making stuff grow is what helps further this stuff along. If we got more of that water out into the desolation around the cities, that would probably help out things.
So do you want to stay on this particular planet in the material plane and do that?
I don't know. That's why I'm just mouthing off a possibility.
Okay.
I have no idea what other plane would be better for what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, the astral sea is the astral sea. Everyone knows the astral sea. The Feywild is essentially like, I guess we'll call it almost like a jungle planet, or a jungle plane. And then yeah, just use like the 2.53E like planes guides, and I mean there are plenty of other planes. Those are just like the most common 4E ones are the Feywild and Astral Sea. Alright, time to put you on the spot, Sil. Why wouldn't your army want you back?
There's no reason they wouldn't want me back. I was only in the material plane searching out problems with some foibles in nature.
Well, okay, I guess I should explain that this isn't going to, like, destroy life and put it in the fucking vial or whatever. It's just, like, helping it kind of, I guess, in the way that, like, how do I want to say this? In the idea that you get something for something just happening, kind of like she gets power because she happens to kill something and she gets power, whereas shit grows and you happen to get power in the flask.
Sorry.
I mean, we can hold this decision off until we ever decide to meet again for this particular campaign. But I was just kind of putting it out there while it was fresh, so. Up to
Yeah,
you guys.
it's just one of those things that, like, my character wouldn't really know much of anything to be helpful with that.
Yeah,
It's out
your
of her purview.
character, the protector of nature, wouldn't know anything about that.
Wouldn't know about, like, what plane we should go to. I have no idea about that whatsoever. I am not
Alright.
smart.
right. Well, I mean, again, you guys don't really have to decide right now if you don't want to. That's not a huge like kicker or anything.
Yeah, it seems like we should postpone the decision then.
That's fine. So, like I had mentioned, I'm probably going to postpone sessions for a little bit. Part of it is holidays coming up. It's just, you know, a nasty time. Part of it is, frankly, my creative juices as a DM are dwindling as weeks go on. And lastly, I don't completely know how my schedule is going to turn out past like the Christmas holidays. Like it could be really, really unfriendly.
You have things to do? Jeez.
No, fucking real life. Okay,
well,
yeah, that was basically what I had planned for tonight. Like I said, the pattern was X-1, so yeah, it wouldn't have been that outrageous. And I had planned that if you had added the last one, the last bit of the statue, all the shit would have disappeared. So whoever said that, good game.
See?
I told you guys.
What?
I was
We
the one
should
that
all
suggested
jump in.
it.
But then you were like, no, don't put the last one on. I was kidding.
I was still the one that suggested it.
But you changed your mind. It doesn't count.
Yeah, so that was a good guess. Whoever said, you know, turned into the super god, good game also. You know, I'm glad that, you know, I wasn't too transparent, but the options were out there.
Nope. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Like you heard, though, we're probably not going to be doing...
It's not like it took us long to pop them all anyway, so whatever.
Probably not going to be doing Sundays for a while.
Like I said in chat, I actually only made them minions because you guys fucking put them all on at the same time. And I was
Well, if you hadn't,
I'm like,
if you hadn't
holy
made
shit,
the
2 dozen.
If you hadn't made the minions, then maybe somebody would have desperately put the last one on just to see what the hell happened.
I was honestly expecting that to happen when you saw 22 of them out.
Yeah, but then they started popping instantly, so we were like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah,
I mean,
they should have had more health.
even with the first one, I decided to like lower the HP. The normal HP was supposed to be like 111, but I didn't want to make like
Okay, not
a
that much.
single. Well, that was even when I made the very first one. I dropped it to like 50 because
Yeah.
I wanted it to be like more than a round or two
But yeah,
or whatever.
that's,
But I also didn't want it to be just
It's
like
going to be all we're doing for tonight, so
you know, pop at
take
one
it easy.
damage.
And
so
hopefully we'll be back
it was-
in a
it
couple
was
of
a
weeks.
balance, and
Bye.
I don't think I hit it.